Valley's most adorable pets looking for new homes. Today's show features a wide variety of pets, and it's a great example of what you would find any day that you visit any of our 3 adoption locations. We have mutts, purebreds, young, spunky whippersnappers, sweet, mellow old-timers, each with a story to tell and all in need of a new home. We'll tell you more about Archer here, the Chinese Shar-Pei, during our Breed of the Week. Plus, school is back in session. How you can add some furry excitement to your curriculum with the Arizona Humane Society's classroom visits, assembly programs, and field trips. And when we find a litter of kittens, our good-hearted instincts often tell us to scoop up these fragile felines and bring them home, but that's not always the best solution. Today we're talking about not kidnapping kittens, and we'll give you tips on what to do if you find a litter of babies. But first, I want you to meet my little co-host here. Her name is Baby, a 4-month-old Labrador mix who's on the small side. She's not going to be too big. I guess you could call her a pocket labby, but she's the perfect compact size. Our emergency animal medical technicians found her after she got her leg caught in a mechanical contraption. She had gone a while without medical treatment. She was dragging her leg around and whimpering in pain, but it took x-rays in our Second Chance Animal Hospital revealed that she had several breaks and her leg was not going to be able to be repaired. So this brave little girl underwent a complicated surgery to have her leg amputated. She's recovering well. She's lost one of her legs, but you know, you'd never know. As you see, she just gets around fine. In fact, she does really great in the yard and loves to run and play. And she is just one of the 3-legged pets that we'll introduce you to in just a minute. But as we take down the set and count our final numbers of the 19th annual Pet Telethon, we were overwhelmed by the generosity of all of you in the pet-loving community who helped us raise $528,000 for homeless pets. Together, we're saving the lives of pets this summer and giving second chances to animals who have nowhere else to turn. Serious purrs and tail wags to 3TV's Brandon, Heather, and Olivia, who put on an amazing show. And of course, we couldn't have done it without our sponsors as well. So thanks to everyone who tuned in. Now, on to the adoptable pets. We'll continue with our 3-legged theme with Thea. Jeanine, tell us her story.
Thea was found as a stray in some bushes because she was so hot and she had a badly injured leg, and even though she was in horrific pain, her rescuer said that she was completely purring and just loving on them, and they took her to our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, and they gave her our medical team gave her digital x-rays and found that her leg was badly broken in multiple places, so they couldn't save it, so they had to go ahead and amputate it. But you know, during her post-op surgery time, the volunteers loved on her, and I think that really completely helps for her recovery. So she just has a few little challenges. She's just learning how to perfect the act of jumping from the floor to a chair. But having 3 legs, I mean, think about it. People have 2, animals have 4, so they still have another set. They do awesome. They don't know any different. They just adjust and move on, and they just learn their new way of being. And look at this girl. She loves to be petted. She loves toys. She's just a super snuggly, gorgeous little cream tabby, and she's 2 years old.
Well, a gorgeous German Shepherd named Lady Annabella is next, and things didn't end well after she was thrown from a vehicle and then hit by a car that was following behind. Perry, this pretty 5-year-old, was in critical condition when she arrived at the Arizona Humane Society's Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital.
Yes, she was. You know, just last year alone, over 9,000 animals came into that Second Chance Animal Trauma Center. It is very much the ER to the Valley's homeless pets out there. It's where they look to receive care. And Lady Annabella was one of them. Like you said, she was hit by a car. She was limping very, very badly, could not bear any weight, had severe road rash all over her body, just the very typical symptoms of being hit by a car. She went into her Second Chance Animal Trauma Center and had that emergency surgery she needed. You know, she gets along really, really well. She really doesn't have a whole lot of problems. There's a little bit of a problem maybe getting into a vehicle right now, and she'll get over that at some point in time, too. You know, the volunteers attest that, you know, when she gets out there walking around, she pulls them all over the place, so it's not going to be a big issue for her. She's a wonderful doggy. You know, we're not asking you to pity a 3-legged dog. We're simply just asking you to adopt one.
Well, this 2-year-old poodle, Frankie, was facing an uncertain future. He was bleeding on the side of the road with a mangled front leg, a gash that was so severe that the bone was actually exposed and his leg was snapped in half. Last week alone, our medical team treated over 650 animals, including Frankie, which is an increase of over 200 pets from last year. And Lisa, if it hadn't been for our highly skilled team, Frankie wouldn't have survived.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer Frankie would have survived out there. Luckily, a Good Samaritan came to his rescue and found him lying on the side of the road. And to be honest, I think he was pretty close to giving up. Very lethargic when he came in. His injury was an old injury. It, had been around a while, and there was just the way to save his life was to amputate that leg. He was very infected, so he came in a matted mess, and now he got a little time with me yesterday. I was able to groom him up, and I will tell you, he is 100% a different dog than the day I met him when he came in to the Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital. He was a little bit nervous about anybody touching him or looking at him. We had to sedate him to get his x-rays, but I will tell you, last night I went in. He greeted me with tail wags and a big smile on his face. He even ate his dinner while I was grooming him. So he is now a happy, healthy boy. He is learning how to get around on these 3 legs. He is missing the front leg, so he's going to need a little help, just learning how to adjust. He will live a normal, healthy life. He might need some help jumping off the furniture because he'll probably be able to get on real easily with these strong back legs. But a little bit of help getting off the sofa would be great. But he's going to be a wonderful cuddle buddy. And I will tell you, once he gets to know you, he cuddles right in next to you and soaks up the treats. So he's got a big smile for everyone he greets now.
Big smiles today on the show. Thanks, Lisa. The amazing thing about these tripods is that they never pity themselves for being handicapped, and they always are just happy to be alive. There's Marty, an Australian Shepherd who survived a tremendous adversity, and she went on to become a famous and incredible flying disc star. And then I'm sure you've heard of Duncan. This is an inspirational box. He puts a smile on everybody's face, anyone who meets him. He was born with only 2 functioning legs, and the other 2 were so twisted that they had to remove them. But that was when he was a puppy, and he has learned to live life to the fullest. He gets around just fine, and here he is running at the beach having a great time. So we just love these stories. Now, it's impossible, look at that, to overlook the fact that Arnold here is missing a leg, but when you see this 9-year-old heeler shepherd mix running and playing fetch in the yard, you'll hardly give that missing leg a second thought. Arnold sure doesn't, right, Perry?
He doesn't. You can see the big wag of the tail, a little panting he's doing there, the happy face. He is a good boy. He loves affection. He has a tremendous profile. This is one well-adjusted doggy. He gets along with dogs, kids, and cats. He's just a great, great boy. He's 9 years young. That's not particularly old for this breed. These guys are really, really smart. He's still going to excel in a lot of the things that they like to do, run, jump. He's going to like a big yard to play in and fetch some ball. He is a... One of the things I'm going to tell you to do, though, with a 3-legged doggy is what I'm doing right now. He's missing a leg on this side, so I'm going to scratch this ear back here because he doesn't have that big leg to put up there and scratch behind his ear. So you can, every once in a while, just do this. It'll make him feel good. He'll realize that, hey, I can get my ear scratched if I needed to. You can just see he's into it right now. He loves it. So just keep that in mind with a 3-legged doggy. Other than that, there's not really a lot to consider. This is one great dog.
Well, every year, hundreds of pets, just like the ones you met, are adopted and become excellent family members. Take Scrappy here, for example, whose front leg was shattered after a car ran over it. Scrappy lost her leg, healed, and was later adopted by Trita, who said the first thing, she didn't even notice that Scrappy had 3 legs, and she fell in love with her sweet personality first. She says Scrappy runs, plays, and loves just like any other pup, and she said that she's made their family complete. All right, well, stay with us. When we come back, our friends at Chipotle will be joining us, see how their burritos are giving back, and shelter dogs will complete a burrito eating contest. It's going to be deliciously fun. Stay with us.